listening to the Saskatchewan Trucking Association's Driving Forward, a podcast designed for the industry by the industry. Buckle up to discuss all things trucking with very special guests. So kick in the cruise control as we drive the Saskatchewan economy forward.
So I think I'll kind of start this off. So I think a lot of our members, they see us at events and we're wearing business attire and formal wear, and we're assisting people all the time, and we're doing different things. But I think this is a good exercise to turn around and ask some questions of you, Mr. Archer, from me, Mr. Henderson, about the STA, some of the stuff that we do, especially this time of the year, because it is getting into Christmas, and it's a good time to kind of be a little bit more playful, a little bit more open about what we do. So some holiday laughs. Every year, the STA has a Christmas potluck, which is pretty good. Everybody brings their favorite meal, whatever they feel is the best, and we share it. And if nothing else, potlucks, I like them because there's at least one item at the potluck that you can eat because you brought it. So, question.
Sure.
So picture our STA Christmas potluck.
Picture.
And if it were a truck, what kind of truck would it be?
Okay. I would say if our Christmas potluck was a truck, I'd say it's going to be a long haul truck.
Okay.
Probably an LCV. And it's going to be a Volvo.
Okay.
And I say that because it's going to smell like IKEA Swedish meatballs in the back.
Because that's what somebody brings. I think you're bringing that this year. Swedish.
It might be me.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I thought maybe you went with long haul because you're thinking something along the lines. There's way too much food and not enough people to eat it, because that's usually what happens.
Well, no, I like that take on it. I like that spin. So yeah, let's go with that too.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so what is one of the weirdest things that anybody's ever brought to the holiday potluck?
Okay, I got to be honest. I don't know that I've seen anything too weird. Seen lots of different flavors, lots of different takes on food. I think though, and maybe what I'm thinking I might be bringing next year, or maybe this year, I might be bringing it this year instead of meatballs. Yeah. You know how we got, you go farm to table.
Yeah.
Right. I think we do like a highway to table cuisine. So I think maybe what I'll do is I'm going to make a meatloaf shaped like a flattened raccoon.
Okay. I'm going to be honest. I would have that because that's just cool. Plain and simple. I like
Because you like meatloaf, right?
Yeah. So. Yeah. My thoughts on that were, I know Darlene reached out and put on the list that she's going to bring takeout containers, which I think is a fairly unusual thing to bring. It's required. It's very practical, but it's not necessarily something that most people would bring. So
it is very practical considering the LCV that's bringing the food. So yes,
that's definitely true. That's true. The takeout containers are important.
That's right.
But I like the meatloaf shaped like a raccoon. So it's
that's going to be road to table cuisine.
The roadway to the table cuisine, because that's pretty popular.
Now, putting the tire track in the middle of the raccoon,
that
might be challenging. But I got some spare tires on. I could probably do that.
I bet you if you loaded that into Chat GTP, it would probably come out with an answer for you. How to do it with an image,
come up with a recipe,
an image, and probably where you could buy all the tools to do it.
Maybe.
It's like, yeah.
It's on Amazon, I'm sure.
Yeah. So next question. So if you had to buy a gift for a truck driver who has everything, what would be that weirdly but secret perfect gift?
A truck driver who has everything.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think it would be fun, and I kind of want to get one of these for myself, is a dashboard bobbly head of themselves. Just sitting up there, you watch it, you drive.
There you go. And if he had a dog, if he or she had a dog, Get the dog bobblehead to match. I like
Get
it.
a little one to go beside it. You
Yes,
betcha.
that'd be a perfect gift. That's another one. I'm sure if you put it into social or into AI, it would probably poop out where you could get one of those custom made. That's cool. So
That's what I think I'd like.
no, I learned this from my wife this week already. Not for a truck driver, but I thought it'd be good for a truck driver. Is they make these digital photo frames, which is another thing I thought nobody had anymore, because digital photo frames for me, they seem to maybe have become a little obsolete, but they have a comeback. And what you can do is you can take a picture of where you are and what you're doing with somebody, and you can, as long as it's connected, obviously, to Wi-Fi, it'll download that picture onto that digital photo frame. I thought that'd be good for a truck driver, get to know what the family's doing, or whether, whatever's going on at home. So a little more practical for me, but yeah, I thought that would be something they could probably use.
Connect your forward-facing camera. There you go.
Here's the reverse. Yeah. Oh,
I'm going to prove my logbook right here.
There you go. And my wife has this. My sister has a copy of this. Yeah,
that's right.
So, I know, Thomas, you have a bit of a family. You're going to have to go out and buy some gifts, I'm assuming, for Christmas. So your holiday shopping strategy. So do you plan ahead, or do you buy into chaos on December 23rd and 24th, the day before?
Okay. Yeah, a little bit of both. So my girlfriend Desiree, she's the one who coordinates, but to a certain degree, she also likes chaos.
Okay.
So she loves the Black Friday shopping.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta be honest, this year she's coordinated so much that we're almost done Christmas shopping anyways. So when we go out Black Friday shopping, she loves the energy, that kind of stuff. If it was me, if it was just me on my own, like years ago, it would probably be a little bit more chaos. I'd probably be, I don't know, I'd be like a truck driver hitting a truck stop buffet. No plan, full commitment, and questionable decisions.
There you go. And I'm going to be honest, those make some of the best gifts ever. Too much planning means you get too much planned.
It is true.
Thank you for the socks. And seeing as I said socks, right? Christmas gear. Are you
want me to show you my socks? Is that what you want?
No, we just want to know what you're doing at Christmas here. Is it ugly Christmas sweater? Do you love it or do you leave it?
I'll be honest, personally, I leave it. I'm the kind of guy who's not really into the Christmas sweaters. However, if I had to do it, then that sweater's got to be the ugliest Christmas sweater ever. It's got to light up. It's maybe got to play music, and it's got to cause some concern for my coworkers.
Oh, sounds like you're wearing a Christmas tree, but that's
got to have something on there where, people are going, what the heck is he wearing? Yeah. So if I had to do it, I got to go full bore.
Full bore.
Typically, I'm not wearing them.
So it's not really a big love, but if you are going to do it, it's got to be all in.
You got to go big.
Yeah, pedal to the metal, pedal to the floor. Yeah. No, I can respect that. So
the trucking metaphor, I like that.
Yeah. So right after Christmas is New Year's, obviously, end of the year.
Yep.
2025 seems, I don't know, maybe I'm just because I'm getting older, but 2025 kind of seems like it went by pretty quick. So what do you think are some of the big wins for the STA for this year?
Oh, for us, I think stronger industry advocacy. I think we've done a lot more in the advocacy space this year.
I agree.
Definitely had record engagement, to keep in the Christmas spirit. We probably train more drivers in PDC and LCV than Santa trains reindeers.
There you go. Those lazy reindeers.
I don't know how many. Doesn't he have 9? I don't know how many there is.
Yeah, he's got 9. Yes.
I can't.
And you've done way more than 9. I know that.
So we've trained Dancer, Prancer, Vixen. I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah. And I think, we probably did more in that advocacy space than we have ever done. Yeah. And we probably went through a lot of coffee. Not a lot of bribing of members to get input. So this year's been good engagement. So I think that's probably the big highlights for us. Excellent. Training's been good. Advocacy's been great. Our team continues to just become the best team ever.
Excellent. No, I agree 100%. We definitely are a little bit more, we gel together a lot better. And there obviously there's not a lot of us. There's only 5.
Yeah.
But I think, we're gelling together pretty good, and we're starting to move. I agree. The advocacy part of it isn't, and it's an important one. And we're starting to get a bit of that recognition from, especially the our government partners, right? So all the different ministries that we have to reach out to, because, trucking it's not just highways. It delves down with immigration and environment and SGI and all the big players kind of thing when it comes to our province. So, I think we've done very well this year. So, So, and if anybody's been reading the newsletters and keeping an eye on those, what we've been doing and where we're going, and meetings we've had with them, they'll know that we've been doing a pretty decent job in 2025. So
we've been rocking it.
Yeah, I agree. Rockets, that's a good one. So speaking of 2025, here's a question for you. If 2025 was a truck, what kind of truck would it be?
Kind of truck, if I could truck 2025. Well, I know you're like a Peterbilt guy.
I'm a bit of a Peterbilt guy. I like him. So.
Given your past history. So, I got to say, it's got to be, whatever the truck is, got to be like a dependable workhorse. I'm picturing like a bulldog on the front.
There you go. That's a Mac.
On the highway.
Yeah.
It's got maybe a bit of a turbo boost. We've been going fast and hard.
Yeah, we've been going fast and hard as right.
I'd say that truck's been on a road that's been mostly smooth, but a few potholes, right?
Okay.
But still, it pulled like a champ.
Perfect. Okay.
That's the kind of truck, I think.
Okay. So just like a highway hauler for 2025.
Highway hauler.
Yeah.
We're getting from point A to point B, and the bulldog's pointing away.
There you go. No, and you're right. Like, we have had a pretty smooth year. Now, external to the SGA, I think there's some people might think that 2025 is more of a garbage truck, or economy wise, and maybe even a tow truck. But yeah, I agree. We've done quite well. We've had some good like you said before, engagement with members and with partners and industry partners we have. So yeah, I'll agree with that. I can go with that.
And you know what? I got to say, maybe we're also a bit of a heavy hauler. We've been, again, doing a lot of advocacy work, working with government.
Yeah.
Those are heavy loads to carry, and try to get inroads in. So no, definitely.
Yeah. And if anybody's watching this from SGI, we our heavy haul, we've had permits signed off on this, so we can't get any tickets.
We've been on the right routes.
stayed on the correct corridors that we're supposed to be on. Didn't take down no wiring to blow out a bridge or anything with it. So yeah, I agree. So what are some of the challenges for the STA, or even for yourself personally, this year?
See, for me, probably convincing people that it's just a quick meeting.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
It'll be a quick meeting. I swear it's going to be quick. Probably not.
No.
I don't know, things like keeping up with the regulations, lots of stuff going on activity-wise. Lots of things happening with CCMTA and review of NSC regulations and codes. So there's lots of that stuff happening, keeping up with it. Keeping up with members' needs too. We get calls all day long.
That's true.
And, folks maybe wanting training, want to understand training. What do they need for training? Where do they go for permits? Who do they talk to in highways? So, we're that central conduit for people, and which I think brings value. So, yeah, I think maybe just sometimes trying to keep up with everything that's happening, and then trying to make sure that all of our members get to hear about it and understand it. So,
excellent. No, I think you're right there too. You kind of said something along the lines of like our members coming back to us and talking to us, asking us questions, and I feel we've had some different type questions and conversations and requests to us to kind of tackle some different things this year. And that kind of tells me that maybe people out there, like members and the trucking industry out there, is understanding that we're here to do more than just go to the Legislative Assembly and have lunch with the Premier, which we never do. But that's not our role. Yeah. So they can come to us and ask us questions, especially on a regulatory level, and we're here to help work through that with them. We have the time to do it, but you're right. There's been a few questions and a few projects where we've kind of tackled that are a little bit different than what we've ever done in the past, which is a good thing. Shows we're getting a bit more trust from the industry out there to kind of take those those different projects and make sure that we get to the end to make sure that it helps the trucking industry in the long run. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally agree.
So 2025, just about in the rearview mirror. 2026 coming in. So what are you most excited for?
What am I excited for? Let's see. Kind of hoping that in 2026 someone invents self-filling coffee cups, because I am a diehard coffee. See, Mary, diehard coffee drinker. Well, let's see. In terms of STA, you know what? Like, we got some things coming down the pike in terms of maybe some new training programs. We're going to have a new website that will be launched.
That's true.
And that will bring about a whole new LMS system and a new way of doing things. Hopefully, it can be easier. We've put in more PDIC and LCV training to meet some demands and some weekend training. So looking forward to growing that and helping to grow the membership too. So working with you, growing the membership, maybe getting to meet the membership.
I appreciate that.
And hopefully organizing my desk.
Yeah.
A bit more.
Well, I'll mirror that one when it comes to organizing the desk. So, because mine's covered in a lot of extra stuff as well. But I guess the sign of a messy desk is a sign of a organized brain. I don't know. Maybe that's a statement out there somewhere.
Organized chaos. Exactly.
Organized chaos. Yeah. But yeah, there are some projects that we're kind of moving forward with. I'm kind of excited to see the end of them, kind of thing, because I feel we got some good traction on certain ones, and 2025 we got some pilots put into place and that kind of thing. So yeah, I think just to continue what we started in 2025 for me, I like that. So good. Say, all right. Let's throw a little more humor out there. So we'll go with the holiday theme. So imagine Santa was driving a Class 8 truck instead of a sleigh.
Okay.
So what presents do you think he would deliver to our members?
Oh, what would he deliver to our members? I'm keeping the coffee, unlimited coffee.
Unlimited coffee. That's a good one.
Maybe 0 construction zones.
There's a good one. So.
And maybe fuel prices that are a little bit more reasonable. Don't make you want to consider your life choices.
That's true. Yeah.
What else? Log books that fill themselves.
Perfect.
We kind of almost have that with ELDs to a certain degree. Tires that never go flat.
Self-inflating tires. That's always a good one. So.
Yeah. And maybe drivers who magically arrive with perfect hours of service.
Perfect. Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Miracle.
It is. So no, that's a good one. I agree with all of those. That's that would help the industry in general. That would help our whole society in general, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? There's a lot of hardworking truck drivers out there, and they deserve all the best presents in the world. As far as I'm
very much so.
I personally don't know whether I'd want to drive truck for a living full time, to be honest. So hats off to all of them. So
without our carriers and without our drivers, I wouldn't have this cup of coffee.
You would not, we wouldn't have a lot of stuff, but cup of coffee is definitely one of them. So
I'd be foraging in the flat prairie looking for some dude.
Exactly. So, okay. I do have a couple of other questions I wanted to ask that maybe get a little deeper into us as far as our employees of the STA. So this is going to be a bit of don't call it a job interview, just a little bit of some targeted questions. I didn't share these with you, Tom.
Are you going to start singing "We're Better Together" or something like that?
No kumbayas. I'm sorry, no kumbayas for me. So, so how do you start getting involved with the trucking industry or the STA?
How did I get involved?
Yourself. Yeah.
Well, I kind of come from more of a construction / safety background.
Mm-hmm.
So, I grew up in Saskatchewan, did the whole went away to Alberta for a bit, came back.
Woo-hoo, Saskatchewan. Yeah.
And then I moved to Ontario for a while, spent way too long there, came back.
You got stuck in the 401 apparently.
Yeah, so my past history was sort of, bit in the building architectural background kind of stuff, and a bit of electronics engineering, things like that. Anyways, long story short, I got back to the province here like 20 years ago. My daughter was born. I started working for nonprofits in safety. So I worked for construction safety, developed their training, their programs, did management, all those kind of things. Worked on sites, worked with people delivering stuff to sites. We had companies that, were also part of building construction and manufacturing. They had their own carriers, their own trucks, that kind of stuff too. So I knew a little bit about it. I got some various licenses too, I guess. But in the long run, worked through that. I worked for heavy construction, and then an opportunity came up with the STA. And originally it was just going to be a few days a week, and it helped develop some courses and that sort of thing. And it's kind of morphed over the years into full time, and let's work as a team. And I'll be honest, loving it.
Yeah.
This has been probably one of the best roles I've had ever in the last probably 2 or 3 decades. And it's just been huge, I'll say learning curve, but I'm learning something new every single day. And I love that. So I'm like one of these lifelong learner, kind of, I got to learn something or I'm bored. And this industry does not keep me bored. So,
well, it is always moving. It's driving forward. So, and we really appreciate, your experience and what you bring to the table around here too. And it is pretty easy to turn around and work with everybody here. So I can recognize that. And there's always something new happening every day. So
the members are great when they call. Like everyone's always, even if they have an issue, they're still happy and wonderful to talk to. Like, I don't know, it just seems to be one of those industries where everyone's just great people to work with, and doesn't matter who or where they're from, man. It seems like it's a great place.
Oh, good. No, I feel the same way. So, so what's one thing about your role at the STA that maybe people would be surprised to learn about?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I don't know what people know.
Yeah. Well, like I said before, they kind of know us. They know us in certain event roles and pictures, and we go for meetings or whatever. But maybe something.
Okay, well, maybe something that maybe a lot of people don't know. Probably people know me as, okay, I'm in training. Call in if you need some question about training, maybe something about regulations or safety. But I actually do a lot of the video work too.
You do, yeah.
And so a bit more of a little bit of a tech background, I guess, as well. So, of assistance to everyone setting up, maybe even it's a podcast or.
It is. You've been instrumental in plugging this whole thing together today.
Yes.
I'll tell you that.
So. I'm not the only one. We got it to work as a team. But I guess maybe people wouldn't really maybe realize that some of the videos you see at the AGM and some of them online that, not all of them, but some of them in the last couple of years, I probably either shot or edited, put together, created the animations, those kind of things. So maybe people don't realize that.
Yeah. Well, you've done a great job. Kudos.
I'm not looking for credit for it. It's just more
kudos
about,
to you.
Wouldn't you know?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't be able to do it. So that is definitely not my forte. I can figure out some software, and I'm okay at sending an email, but I wouldn't be able to develop or put together a video. I can be honest with some people might be quite surprised to learn that as well. So it's good.
It's fun.
Yeah. Oh, you can actually. I can tell that because it doesn't seem like a chore when it comes to you. When we go and say, "Hey, can you kind of develop a video for this, or can you kind of tweak a little bit of that?" You seem quite engaged in it. So we can tell it's something that you enjoy. So, and it's always good to be able to do something that you enjoy, right?
Gets my creativity going.
There you go. That's true. So, if you weren't working at the STA, what do you think you'd be doing instead?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I've had a bit of an entrepreneurial background too. Owned a few businesses in my past life.
So you'd be an owner operator.
I know I don't look 85, but it's deceiving. No, I'm getting up there. Yeah, maybe. I guess now that I kind of have a little bit more understanding of the industry, and I do love to drive. One thing,
Yes,
here's
you
something
do.
somebody might not know about me on a personal level. You
Yeah.
probably see me driving up and down the bypass quite often, a few days a week. So
Yeah.
sometimes my girlfriend and I de-stress from work, and we just love to go and blast music in the car and drive. And I love to drive, actually.
Yeah. There you go.
I could drive like. Wait, I'm not gonna. I can drive within the hours of service.
And
Maybe
drive as
longer.
far as you can, yeah. So
But no, I love to drive. So you know what? Now, if you asked me this maybe a couple of years ago, it might have been different. But yeah, I suppose now if I wasn't doing this, knowing what I know now,
yeah,
yeah, I might be driving.
perfect.
Might be an operator.
There is nothing wrong with that, sir. Nothing wrong at all. I'm gonna ask this one too. What is maybe the funniest or maybe even the most memorable thing that happened at our office this year?
Oh,
I know these are tough questions, eh? You
might have to prompt me with something. I had a horrible memory, man. I'm 85, remember?
Yeah. You look good for
so-
85.
Yeah,
So,
thanks. Thank you very much. Man, I don't know what was the funniest thing. I don't know. Give me some time. Like we've moved fridges around.
well, we've done a lot of. I think we do a lot of the
stuff.
humorous thing lots around here.
I would say the thing that I probably love doing the most, and it's
Uh-huh.
probably you and I that do this the most. If someone has a birthday and we fill an office with balloons.
That's true.
And we all sit there and we blow up the balloons.
Yeah.
Because stupidly none of us brought an air compressor or a pump.
Yeah.
And so we all blow them up and get blue in the face, throw them in someone's office, whose birthday it is. And then for weeks after, you and I play balloon volleyball out in the hallway when we need a break.
Okay, I'm going to fill this in right now in case anybody's thinking this. We are talking about something like work related, but yes, we play balloon volleyball for over and over. And I think Zora looks at us like we're crazy.
I think we could play in the seniors Olympics.
Yeah, and then when the balloons pop or they deflate, and after a while, and then weeks later, it's like, I wonder if there's an extra balloon kicking around. So I want to play balloon volleyball again.
We maybe won't touch on, just because it's a health and safety issue, we won't touch on the how we deflate the balloons.
Yes, no, we won't bother
30
with
or
that.
40 in an office.
They just deflate over time. That's all we're going to say.
Yeah,
That's all we're admit to. So
there is nobody with a knife ever.
So, well, I'll throw this out just on my side.
Sure.
One of the most memorable things I think that we did in 2025, as far as the STA goes, is we got nominated for the Apex Award.
That is true.
So,
that was a good night.
Yes, that was a really good night. And sometimes we didn't win, unfortunately, but we were nominated, which is important. But it just goes to show you that there is some recognition for our association, and sometimes it's one of those things that just lets us know that we're doing the right thing.
Yep.
Right, so it's good.
Definitely.
So okay, some staff.
Okay.
Let's pick on some staff other than less than you. You just have to answer the question. So
Okay.
All right. Who at the SDA is most likely to have a secret snack stash?
Oh, Zora.
Zora would have this.
Although I know Robbie also has one.
Yes.
And so do I.
Okay, so me and Susan are the only ones that don't have a secret snack stash. Well, fair enough.
It's possible you just might be really good at it, having secrets.
There you go. Okay, this one might be fairly easy, but I'm going to ask, who's the office prankster or has the best sense of humor?
Oh, well, definitely, I think you got to fall in that category of the prankster piece.
Okay. Well, that's true. That's true.
But we all have fun supporting it, so.
That's true. I think I'm the instigator. Maybe not the prankster, but the instigator of the pranks. And then, one starts and then it just keeps to continue. So.
And the ideas snowball.
Yes. Well, it's good that everybody gets on board because it is fun. So, okay. What about the second office prankster? Would be
I don't know. Maybe me, maybe Robbie.
I was thinking Robbie myself because she's that quiet type in the background. But I'll tell you, give her opportunity and she's pranking you. So
that's true.
Yeah. So who's the most organized? Or on the other side of that, the most least organized?
I think we're kind of all similar.
Yeah.
Probably Susan's maybe the most organized.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
But she has the most to deal with too, with board meetings and
definitely.
meetings with industry officials and that kind of thing. So I can see that she's got to be ahead of the curve. So
I think we all have our moments. I go up and down with organization. Some days I'm really good, but I strive to be. So maybe Zora
yeah,
would be next.
yeah. Well, she's getting into helping out, like getting into doing a lot more on the event side of things, and that's a lot of organization, right? So
I can't see anyone being really disorganized though.
No,
I don't really have any like name that pops out when I think about that.
yeah. Well, that's good to know. It's good to see. So
yeah.
Okay, and here's another good question for staff: is like, which STA staff member is most likely to survive a long road trip unscathed?
Oh, that might actually be me.
You think so? Oh,
Just because I like long road trips and I love them. So, but
you're the driver though. You said
I'm the driver.
Yeah, you really are. I've noticed the last few times that you and me have gone somewhere, be it like Saskatoon, which isn't really a long trip, obviously, but it's like, yeah, I'll drive.
So maybe
one drive, yeah, I'll drive. Yeah. So
maybe no, maybe you might be unscathed the most.
that's yeah. I'm sneaky. I distract people with little road games, so and then they
There you
know
go.
what's going on. So
Or Seamers.
yeah, I kind of personally think Zora is because 9 times out of 10, at least when I'm driving, she gets in the back seat and she goes to sleep. So so unscathed, of course. Right.
Okay.
So if you're not awake, then you can't get in.
Fair enough.
So
fair enough.
All right. Okay. So maybe some more quick questions. So this is for yourself. So coffee, tea, soda, or which is your favorite?
Well,
obviously coffee.
Coffee.
There you go.
Can't go wrong. Coffee.
Okay.
Coffee keeps me going.
There you go. Favorite local restaurant or food in Saskatchewan?
Favorite local restaurant or food in Saskatchewan? Man, I have so many.
One of your go-tos, I guess.
I gotta be honest. I love Caraway Grill in Regina.
Oh, perfect.
Now in Moose Jaw. In Saskatoon, I love the Odd Couple restaurant.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know. I like different types of foods. But there's so many. I don't know if it's like a favorite, but those are just ones that pop in my head when you.
Yeah. I guess the key word is just the local, right? So it's easy to say, oh, let's go to Earl's or the Keg or something like that. But that's pre-made, a lot of it, right? So.
But then if I want a good like beer, like I'd probably go to Rebellion.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice.
The food is okay, but it's more the beer that you're going for.
That's kind of what they specialize in. So yeah, beer, and then you can get some tacos.
Yeah, they're always coming up with different types of beer. So I like that.
Okay, perfect. So road trip soundtrack. What would be on that? What would be the top 3 songs on your soundtrack?
Oh, top 3 songs. Say we've been. How about songs? Maybe artists. Maybe a mix of stuff.
Yeah.
We probably listen to a fair bit of country.
Okay. Nothing wrong.
Like I like rock music.
Yeah.
A lot too. Was a drummer in my youth, so played rock music a lot. Probably later when we go on road trips, we're probably listening to like a lot of Bailey Zimmerman or Luke Combs and those kind of artists, which aren't like diehard twangy country, but they're
it's the new stuff.
It's fun.
Yeah, definitely country music's kind of moving towards more of that pop genre kind of thing, and it really has to. And then the younger generation is enjoying it too, right? So
exactly.
Yeah, I'm not much for the twangy stuff that my mom and dad listened to, but not that it's bad, but it's just not my type. So I agree with you.
I have a huge variety. Like I listen to a lot of different music. Like I could listen to Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd, and then I could be listening to some newer country. So
yeah. All right, I think we'll wrap it up with this one here. So if what kind of vehicle would each STA staff member be? in your opinion?
Like make and model, or just
Just a generic type of
SUV.
Yeah, that's forklift, whatever,
Okay.
garden tractor, like you pick whatever, right?
Okay, throw a name out at me.
Zora.
Let's see if we can do association.
Okay, Zora.
Range Rover.
Range Rover. Okay. Susan.
I say SUV.
SUV. Okay. Robbie.
I say small SUV.
Small. All right. And then
Crossover type of thing.
And then what about me?
You're definitely a truck guy.
Okay. Well, I can respect that. And yourself? You got.
Although I see you driving more of a Chevy, even though you drive a Dodge.
Okay. So there you go. I did have a GMC. That was pretty close. So. And then yourself?
I'm just like a sports car. Like, what can you say?
Okay. Okay. That's funny.
I don't drive anymore, but actually, I'm probably an old Land Rover, like a 63 Series 2A.
It's funny you say that, because I seen this question and I thought I want to answer this myself. For Zora, I put a race car because she's always zooming around like 300 miles an hour.
That's right.
Susan, I put as a school bus. She's such a mom. She's such a mom teacher kind of thing, right? You kids get on the bus and she can figure, right? Robbie, I put as an F-150 because she's very reliable, right? Okay. And then for you,
you're going to get a lot of comments now if you get this out on the air.
But for you, I put the Land Rover, which is interesting. But, you're adventurous, right? And you like to go off the beaten path. So
I've tinkered on a lot of old Land Rovers too. Maybe that's our talk. Our kids say she wants a Range Rover. That's why I associate that with her.
Well, that's true. But the one that she wants is probably not going to look the same as the ones that you had. So
No. She wants new and flashy.
Okay.